It's time to read a story. It's time to read a story.
It's time to read a story. It's time to read a story. Good evening, friends. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Gabby's sleeping. Gabby's sleeping. Gabby's sleeping. Good evening. Gabby's sleeping. Good evening. Time to wake up time. Good evening. Good evening. It's time to read a story. Good evening, friends. I hope you had a wonderful weekend.
Go to sleep.
Okay, we gotta be quiet because Gabby's trying to go to sleep. I hope you had a wonderful Monday. Happy Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. I hope you had a great Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Today is Monday, March the 8th. And our unicorn tells us, find something bigger than you to believe in, pray to, and guide you. Find something, friends, even if it's a parent. Find somebody and something to believe in. Some type of moral compass, kiddos. Okie dokie smokies. Okie dokie smokies. Tonight, we are reading Gabby is Sleeping, but she's silly because she's really not sleeping. We're reading one of our favorites, our fancy Nancy! Fancy! Nancy! Fancy!
I'm trying to go to sleep.
Oh, sorry. Nancy! Nancy! Fancy! Nancy! Hey, is that how you ask? Can I be quiet, please? I can. I can be quiet, please. Fancy and Nancy. Fancy and Nancy. Fancy and Nancy. We are reading Fancy Nancy. All right. We are reading Fancy Nancy. And our book today is written, of course, by Miss Jane O'Connor. Because, duh, who else is writing Fancy Nancy? And illustrated by Robin Preiss Glasser. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shh. Thank you, thank you, thank you for reading such a wonderful tale. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, we trouble.
Ah.
No trouble.
Ah. You want your juice or your snacks, or are you okay?
Okay.
You okay? Okay. Okay. Let's see. I love being fancy. Ooh, look at Fancy Nancy.
If you haven't seen it, like.
I see. Look, hold on, we're not there yet. My favorite color is fuchsia. I see. Look at what's her favorite color? Fuchsia. That's a fancy way of saying purple.
And then, third rabbit.
Yeah. Let's see. Wait, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We gotta read this part. We gotta read this part. Excuse me. We have to read this part first, and then we'll get over here, okay? But you gotta go in order. Okie dokie? Okay, okie dokie. Listen, she says, I like to write my name with a pen that has a plume. That's a fancy way of saying a feather. And I can't wait to learn French because everything in French sounds fancy. Now we're over here. Nobody in my family is fancy at all. They never even ask for sprinkles. What kind of, look at her, look at that big old ice cream.
Yeah, big old ice cream. She has a tutu.
Yeah, she has a tutu and her dolly has a tutu. Let's see. There's a lot they don't understand. Lace trim socks do help me play soccer better. Sandwiches definitely taste better when you stick in frilly toothpicks. A princess is supposed to keep her tiara on. What's a fancy girl to do? I asked my doll Maribel. Her full name is Maribel Lavinia Chandelier. Look at it.
What's Uncle Kitchen?
Oh, he's in the kitchen. Then I get an idea that is stupendous.
Okay, she's in the kitchen.
I see. That's a fancy word for great.
Okay, they're in the grocery shopping.
They are in the grocery shopping because she got a great idea. Let's see. She said, maybe I can teach my family how to be fancy. I make an ad and stick it on the fridge. You want to see what it says? It says, learn to be fancy with lessons from Nancy. Start today. Easy, fun, free. That's a good idea.
I want to do that too.
You want to make one too? We'll put one on the fridge so you can teach your Uncle Baby how to be fancy. Soon, there's a knock on my door. My family saw the ad. They want to get started right away. That's so cool.
Someone knock on that door. Someone knock on that door.
Yes, because she's teaching them how to be fancy. See, plain is yellow, but fancy is gold. Plain is leather, but fancy is patent leather. Plain is glasses, but fancy is sunglasses. Fancy, fancy, fancy. The trouble is, my family doesn't own any fancy clothes. Oh no.
Look at her.
Look, she says that's okay. I go find.
I can't see her face.
Look, oh, because she's got it all covered. She said that's okay. I go find, what is that fancy word? Oh yes, some accessories. She's got all her accessories.
She's falling.
No, I think she's running. She's running to her family because she's got all this fancy stuff. And she's going to take it to her family because they don't have any fancy things. I can relate, girl.
He's so cute.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me turn.
Okay.
Ooh la la. Look at the mommy. Ooh la la. My family is posh. That's fancy word for fancy. My mom twirls in front of the mirror. Why don't we go somewhere nice tonight?
She looked at me.
She stuck her tongue out at the mirror. Yes. How about... Look.
Yeah, a cane.
He has a cane. Yes, he's a fancy cane. It's not just a walking cane. It's a fancy cane. Dad says, how about dinner at the King's Crown, Dad suggests. Wow. My parents are acting fancy already. Huh?
Sit down.
Yes. May I escort you lovely ladies outside? The limousine is waiting. Oh, they got a fancy limousine. My dad is our chauffeur. Yeah, well, Dad's gonna drive. But Dad is our chauffeur. That's a fancy word for driver.
Dad's not gonna drive.
Yeah, he's the chauffeur. Dad's the chauffeur. That means driver. That's fancy. When we arrive at the King's Crown, everyone looks up. Yes. Yes. Yes, look, they're all looking at the fancy family come in. They probably think we're movie stars. Of course, look at. I am so proud of my whole family. They eat with their pinkies up and call each other darling.
She wants some pizza too.
She wants some pizza too? Yes, look, they're calling each other darling. Yes, darling.
Pizza, she wants that.
Yes.
She wants to get this pizza.
Yes. For dessert, let's have parfaits, my mom says. That's French for ice cream sundaes. Amazing! My mother knows French. When our parfaits are ready, I curtsy and say merci. Yes, her string from her shoes are supposed to be tied up, you see? Let's see. I carry the tray like a fancy waiter. Oops! I tripped! I slipped! Look, Gab! She tripped over her strings. That's what Gabby was trying to tell her. The tray does a double flip. Look it! She dropped it. Oh, she dropped all of the foods. I don't feel fancy anymore. I want to go home. Oh, she's sad because she spilled everything and she doesn't feel fancy anymore. Oh, Nancy. After I get all cleaned up, I put on my dressing gown. That's fancy for a bathrobe. Yeah, she's got her bathrobe on. I feel much better. I'm ready for a parfait.
That's a babe.
Yeah, she's giving her sister a hug because she was sad. I tell my parents, thank you for being fancy tonight. Look, and Mom's making her a parfait. See, everybody's making parfaits because she spilled them and she was sad. But now they're making them at home and they can still be fancy. Isn't that cool? I love you. Listen, I love you, my dad says. I love you.
She's going to sleep.
Yep, she's going to sleep. And all I say back is, I love you. Because there isn't any fancy or better way of saying that. The end. All right. Gabby, would you like to read?
No.
You don't want to read it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do. Okay. Here you go. Let's see. What page? Oh. Look at, there you go. You want to read? All right, the end. All right, friends. Well, Gabby, you done? You sleeping? Oh, Gabby's sleeping. So we'll let her go to bed. We'll let her go to sleep. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night. Gabby's probably going to leave us and go hang out with her cousins. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
My cousin?
Yes. So I'll be here and I'll see you tomorrow. She's so excited. I know. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed pass by. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed pass by. Good night. You tell your friends good night. Good night, friends. Good night.
I'm gonna read a story.
Good night. Good night.
No. Stop it.
You waving?
Stop
You
it.
say good night. Good night.
Uncle, sit to me.
Uncle, you not gonna stop it? I'm like, damn. I'm like, how many times we gonna say good night?